Say hi. What are you eating? Hi. Oh, yeah. Okay, guys, Dalton and I are here. He's having lunch. Some of this stuff is going to be what I'm talking about for this video. And we're just having a late lunch. And I'm going to show you some of the things that I always get at Whole Foods. So because I'm really particular about ingredients, what I've done is I've sort of found from 1, 2, or 3 locations. I kind of simplify where I grocery shop these days, where I go to for certain things, and then I just have a staples list, or it's sort of in my head, but now I'm beginning to put it down so I can tell my clients in my courses about this too. So there's certain things that are really good deals or really convenient to get healthy food at certain grocery stores or certain locations. So I'm gonna show you 11 of my favorite things that I always end up getting at Whole Foods, sort of just to stay and keep my kitchen stocked. And this, so then you can see if you like them or not, if you wanna utilize them or not, and add them to your grocery list is just sort of kind of go-tos that are super easy, super healthy, and they make cooking and eating quick, healthy meals a lot easier, okay? So Dalton is over here. I'm gonna show you guys him again just a second. Say hi, baby. And he is eating, so these are not all like vegetables in case you're wondering, but he right now is eating plantain chips. Say hi, boo-boo. And guacamole. He's actually obsessed with guacamole, so I'm really glad that he just eats it by the handful and hopefully soon by the spoonful so it's less messy, right? But for snacks, right, you guys, we want something that is safe, trustworthy, we can grab it and go, and we don't want to just eat like carrot sticks all day, right? So plantain chips are awesome. Now I've tried to make my own plantain chips before and they taste more like little bite-sized mini cakes. Too sweet for me, but I've learned there's actually different kinds of plantains, but that's another video for another day, how to cook plantain chips. But these are, I think they're a really good sized bag as well. Usually I probably would eat this whole thing. Oh well. But you know, they're salty, they're crunchy, and they're made from I think it's a fruit, right? And it's just plantain chips and some oil and sea salt. So this is a really good snack. Bonus, these cost $1.99. I don't know where you live, but in my store, hey Crystal, in my store, and you guys, I sort of hesitate to tell you all my secret goodies because then they all sell out, but that's okay because that's what I want to happen in the food world, in the food market. I want all the products that are really pure and simple and really great to keep getting business, and so we get more of them. So these are kind of hidden in the snack food aisle in little boxes, kind of by the popcorns. You don't want to buy the popcorn because GMO, gross, but you want to buy the plantains. So there's actually a new brand. You might have seen the black bags with the plantain chips, and they have coconut oil. And I don't like those actually, and they cost like triple the amount of money. And mostly the bag is full of air, but these are really good. They're full of plantains, and they're delicious, and they're $1.99. They also have different flavors. I'm a plain sea salt girl. I don't like all the ranchy, herby, whatever, but these are really good and good for kids, good to dip in to salsa, which is my next product, okay? Now, obviously you can get salsa. If you're here, please say hi. I can't see any comments besides Crystal. Hey, Crystal. And also, you guys, give me hearts if you like these products or if you've bought them before or you have any others you want to share, go ahead. But 365 brand is a Whole Foods brand, which typically is a little bit better for price. And the number one thing you want to look for to avoid in salsa is sugar. They put sugar in everything these days. So even if it's an organic salsa, it could be ruined by adding organic cane sugar or any other kind of sugar. I don't care if it's organic, you don't want to eat that because you can find other ones, right? So there's mild, medium, and hot. Again, like plain me over here, I like the mild. But whatever. So this is thick and chunky, and it just has herbs, tomatoes, peppers, etc., etc. So you can find a salsa that you like the flavor of, because there's so many. But this is something that I keep on hand because I use it as a go-to for lunch so often, you know, to like dip with vegetables, or to mix with guacamole, or to mix into hummus, to use as a, you know, to use as a spread, to use as a flavor enhancer. I think that I go through about 1 jar of this every 2 days. I'm not over exaggerating this at all, but I don't care because it's all vegetables and light. So it is a perfect thing to keep on hand for a snack, right? And for you guys that think that there's nothing that's simple and healthy, that's easy and fast, that's not true. You just open the jar and like dip something in it, like a carrot stick, which is, you know, ready to go. So there's never like an excuse to not have something ready and easy. Okay, so this salsa. So we've got plantain chips, number 1, salsa, number 2. All right, now this might seem like a funny one, but apples. I hate it when people tell me Whole Foods is so expensive. So number 1, I don't buy into anything being expensive for your health. But number 2, it's not true. This is why I'm doing this video, and I'm gonna do videos for every other store that I buy things at. Because you can find certain products at better deals in certain markets. Apples, organic apples, are always good prices at Whole Foods. You don't have to go buy Honeycrisp all year round. They're like $6 a pound. If you want to, do that. But here's another secret tip. If you like Honeycrisp, the little baby sister to Honeycrisp that tastes, I think, even better are Pink Lady apples. So watch for Pink Lady apples to be on sale. But I want you to make sure, you guys, that you're buying organic apples whenever you buy apples, because they're way at the top. I think they're number 2 of the dirty dozen, meaning sprayed, covered in pesticides and chemicals. So, you know, sometimes we get lazy and we don't even wash our apples. I used to always go to the grocery store and eat grapes, not organic grapes either, out of the bag while I was shopping. Like, I'd put them in my cart first and eat them. Like, I know that's wrong. But my mom would be like, you're gonna die from that. And I didn't, but I probably ruined my liver a little. But apples, you wanna make sure that they're super clean, right? Organic, because there's not a lot of skin here. I usually always find whatever brand of red apples, not green, I'll tell you in a second why, at Whole Foods for $1.99. At the most, it's like $2.50 and per pound, and that is a good deal. So you want to keep something like this on hand, because no matter if you're going to work, you're going in the car, you're going to the gym, it's sturdy, right? And it's filling and it's fiber. It's a good cleanser. Okay, Crystal, good question. So as long as it's organic, it doesn't matter what type of apple, Granny Smith, Braeburn, etc. So what I want to say about this is, yeah, I know, Revital, I have organic grapes, don't worry now, in my fridge, red ones. Although black is supposed to be the most nutrient dense. Crystal asked if green apples are better, or, you know, does it matter? So many people out there are like, oh, I'm gonna put a green apple in my smoothie to make it lower sugar. You guys, that's bullshit. Like, that doesn't matter. Actually, the color of red apples has higher nutrients. So it doesn't matter which one. And actually, I'll tell you something I learned from one of my Healing Foods books. And that is that red delicious apples are some of the best ones nutritionally for us. I just don't like them that much. I think it's because, like, when you're little, that's all you have, and then you're exposed to all these like crunchier, more flavorful apples, and you know, they're just different. But actually, red delicious are very, very healthy, and you can often find those for a really good deal because they're not as popular. You know, they're not as sweet, but they're very good. So just look for the red. Look for the red color skin versus the green. Like, nothing against Granny Smith, but it's like, use it for like a pie or whatever, but not for like your daily apple a day. What? Do you want more? We might need to refill the guacamole. This is like, he seriously just eats this. Time out. Where's your spoon? Oh, that's the problem. So we've got plantains, we've got salsa, and we have apples. So that's 3. Okay, so next. Next is this huge bag of parsley. Okay, so I bought like 3 of these yesterday because I was juicing. And, oh geez. Okay, parsley. The 2 herbs that I say to always keep in your refrigerator fresh are parsley and cilantro. Both really good cleansers. Cilantro is a little more geared toward heavy metal detoxification, but that's fine. Parsley is so good for your liver as well, and I love it because it goes with like everything. Like if you just need a fresh herb for whatever you're cooking, you really probably won't mess it up if you use fresh chopped parsley. And remember, you can use the stems when you are juicing or using your smoothies, and if you're cooking anything like in the oven or in a stir fry, you can just add fresh parsley chopped to it at the end, stir it through to brighten the flavor. But this works for Italian, this works for Asian flavors, this works for Mediterranean flavors, and I use it daily in a juice, or I have it in a juice I buy, in a smoothie, and in meals. So I would recommend you guys that every day you're getting at least like half a cup at least of fresh parsley or cilantro or both if you can. And it's really easy to do actually if you like, you know, drink a green juice a day and a smoothie a day of some sort, you know. You cut them and keep them in a jar with a little water. Oh my gosh, me too. Yes, I just started doing that. Yeah, I have like an herb keeper, but it was like hard to open and they kind of got squished. But yeah, keep it in a jar with water. It's a great idea. It does, and then they look pretty in your fridge too. Okay, so we have parsley. So stock up on the parsley, and again, please buy organic when you're buying fresh herbs because, you know, they're very delicate and you don't want anything that is going to be like weighed down heavily from pesticides. You want to always, you know, look for organic when you can. Okay, so we have plantains, salsa, apples, parsley. Next is a flavor enhancer. So no soy sauce. Soy is out for good, right? Coconut aminos is in. This is such a great product, you guys, because it obviously blends well if you want to make a sauce or a dressing. I like to mix it with like fresh squeezed lemon and orange juice and rice vinegar and olive oil and sea salt, maybe ginger even, or garlic. That sounds like a lot, but it's really easy. But if you had no time at all, and let's say that you were just making up some veggies, you could just splash this on top, or chicken breast, or fish. It's that flavorful itself. It's slightly sweet. It's a little bit salty. Everybody will like it. I honestly will sometimes just make you know, veggies and sometimes protein, sometimes not, and just sprinkle this on top, or use it towards the end of your saute and add this little flavor burst right near the end of your cooking process. So this is in the Asian food section, but organic, non-GMO, no MSG, gluten-free, okay? Because if you didn't know already, soy sauce will contain MSG and often gluten. That's why if you go to like a American Asian restaurant like P.F. Chang's, they ask if you're gluten-free and they bring you different soy sauce, or if you get takeout, they'll give you different soy sauce if you tell them you're gluten-free or gluten-sensitive, okay? So just substitute. Going on that little bit of the same kind of train, same aisle, kelp noodles. So get familiar with your sea vegetables, you guys. I would recommend everybody adding sea vegetables to their plant-based diet as like a regular weekly allowance, if that makes sense. So kelp noodles, they're so easy. You don't really have to cook them. You can just warm them up, and then you can use them in a cold salad or substitute in a warm dish as well. Is non-GMO organic soy sauce okay? You know, I always hesitate because I don't know the whole background for someone. I just know that for a lot of health conditions, there's a relationship to too much estrogen in the body. And as women, it's something we need to be aware of. And so if you can find this alternative instead, I recommend always not choosing soy. So soy is on the out list. especially if you're trying to change your body, heal your body, lose weight, change your hormones especially. I just wouldn't do it. If I did it, I would limit it to very rare occasions. So that's why I wouldn't buy it for my kitchen, because I wouldn't want to be using it on purpose when something else like this is already existing. Okay, so that's just my thought. But if you are going to use any kind of soy, like tofu, miso, etc., do make sure that it's organic, not just non-GMO, but organic. Okay, but that's a good question. So back to these kelp noodles. I like to do them in like a cold salad with like cucumbers, red onions, and parsley or cilantro. You can make a vinaigrette to go with it. But what you do is they actually come in like a huge bunch, and you want to use like kitchen scissors to cut them into smaller noodles, shorter noodles, or they'll be like hanging out of your mouth. And you just like pour hot water over them, or you can put them in boiling pots of water, just really quick. Use some tongs, pull them out, and do whatever you want with them. I've actually used these when I've done a cleanse, when it calls for just having broth at the end of the day, and I want something a little bit more filling. Sea vegetables have so much mineral density, so they're very, very healthy for you, and sea vegetables are like a natural part of what our body would use as part of a healthy diet. So lots of minerals, and then also part of the detoxification process to get metals out of our body if you're getting them from the right source. Okay, so you always want to make sure that your sourcing is good. Your sourcing is good. You know where your food comes from, right? Give me hearts if you want to know where your food comes from. So kelp noodles, and this bag's pretty big. I think it's like $4 maybe. It's just water and kelp. You can also maybe find these on Thrive Market. And sometimes they're like different colors, like they look like the sea. They look like brown or black, and that's okay. But I have ordered them online, and they were so salty, like literal sea salt on them. And then it was really gross. So I like this kind instead. And you could even use it in spaghetti, like if you wanted. It doesn't taste like the sea. Those ones did, but these don't, okay? So you could literally just put red sauce on it, protein or no, okay? Kelp noodles, go buy it. Okay, now this is particular to Whole Foods. Okay, you guys know I love to cook and I love to season. I do not like to waste time. So I want to get the make ahead healthy steps done for me, like peeling garlic cloves. Who wants to do that? Not me, because it's so sticky on your hands. So this is, I don't know, can you see that? It's condensing because I keep it in the freezer. So that's another trick. Whole garlic cloves already peeled. These are organic, okay? I don't really know when I bought these, but it's been a while. $3.83 for this humongous container. I'd buy a smaller one if they had it, but they don't. So I put them in the freezer, and then what I do is if I'm gonna cook something, if I'm gonna chop it up, mix it with onions, let's say I'm making a soup or I'm making a stir fry, I just get this out, set it on my counter while I'm doing my prep, while I'm starting to cook things. They thaw out enough, and something that's actually really cool, you guys, when you have a vegetable that's like semi-frozen, is it's really easy to chop. So the garlic's really easy to chop, and the water just sort of, you know, melts off in your pan or whatever, evaporates. So I use these, and then I never have to buy garlic cloves. They never sprout in my pantry and go bad and turn gross green colors, right? So it lasts forever and ever, and I don't have to like take the time to peel it apart, okay? So I would look for some store, health market where they sell this. I also do this with shallots. I'd show you, but I don't have any left, okay? I don't know what number we're on. Okay, who likes to make pizza? So I buy these. There's different wraps. There's another, oh, I think I have them in here. I'll show you my other ones. But these are the ones that I'm always buying. Like every time we're out, I go and refill or have someone do it for me. So brown rice tortillas is a great alternative for a pizza crust or a sandwich or a wrap. And while we don't do a lot of grains, my husband eats more of that type of thing than I do, but I still like, it's gluten-free. So like the main concern here is it doesn't contain gluten, it doesn't contain sugar, it's easy, okay? So you can look for brown rice tortillas instead of corn or instead of any kind of wheat. But they're also a good size. So the thing that I do with them is I'll put them on a cooking sheet if we're gonna make pizza. While the oven's warming up, you put them in plain so they crisp. Because otherwise, if you put them in with all the stuff on it, the bottom is soggy. So you don't want that. You want it to like pre-brown or crisp. So that's for pizza. Now, if I'm gonna just like put, let's say I made like, I don't know, turkey or chicken or some kind of like stir fry or whatever that I'm gonna make in a wrap, I literally just turn on my gas stove like to medium low heat. I have a tongs and I hold this single wrap straight over the burner. It is super quick, but it will brown it, soften it, and warm it. So within like, I'm talking like 10 seconds, 10, 15, maybe 20 seconds, depending on how high you put it on, it's warmed up. So then put this on the plate, scoop your stuff in, and it rolls and it's good. Okay, so that's like for maybe you have boys, husbands, maybe you just feel like eating more carbs, whatever that day, but that's a good substitution for any kind of wrap. Okay, at my Whole Foods, this is probably the thing that I'd say that I would have to buy first if I only could choose one thing. It would be this, okay? Also, $1.99. I feel like Vanna White. Cauliflower rice. I think I eat this 5 times a week at least. I always eat the whole bag myself, and I don't care because it's cruciferous vegetables, so many health benefits, super powerhouse in the gut. They're anti-parasitical, antibacterial, antifungal. They go to work for you guys on anything bad in your body, and they also are good if you do have too much estrogen in your body, so they will help with weight loss. So organic rice cauliflower, we don't have to get our food processor out every day. We don't have to like cut off the bottom and chop it up and add water and then start to cook. This is one of the best things in the health food trend that I think exists right now. It is pre-made cauliflower rice. And of course you can get it fresh too, which is nice if you want to do like a stir fry and like have it a little more dried out, or make your own pizza crust with cauliflower, then I would recommend fresh. This, I have thawed in my fridge, so it's softer already, but I'll tell you what I do, honestly. A lot of days when I'm super hungry, I just turn on my burner, and this is probably my favorite pan these days because it's big and it's deep, so stuff doesn't spill out of it. I mean, it's dirty, I just had kale. But I'll just spray it, turn my pan on to medium heat, spray it with olive oil, and dump the frozen cauliflower rice in because, like I said before, it just cooks the water off really quick. And then I'll probably like chop up parsley or cilantro, add fresh herbs, add 1 or 2 other vegetables, and scoop some avocado or salsa. Again, this is why I always buy this, or I always have the guacamole, or I always have the avocado, because then you have this like really easy, nutrient-dense, vegetable-dense, plant-dense meal that's filling in like 5 seconds, right? Five minutes. So, $1.99, also in the frozen section. I'm gonna be mad at you if you buy it all out. I usually buy 6 at a time. Put it in my extra freezer, okay? So, what is left? Hemp seeds. So, one of the questions I get more than almost any is about protein powder for smoothies. So here's what I want to tell you. If you want to do protein powder, it should be from a plant, never whey. Whey is a trigger food. So you want to always avoid whey protein, and so many proteins have a lot of fillers and crap and sugar and citric acid and those kind of bad words. So those are bad words. So hemp seeds are simple. It's the whole seed, or you can get it plain as a protein powder. Hemp. He's still playing with a guacamole. Plain hemp protein powder, or pea protein powder, or hemp seeds, like a couple tablespoons, just scoop them straight in, or milled chia or flax. Those are the things that are the simplest to use for smoothies, for plant-based protein. If you're vegan, vegetarian, you just want to use more plant protein, right? That's the kind that we need. So these are good for a smoothie. They're good to like scoop into, excuse me, like a chia bowl with fruit or nuts. They're good to, this is a really cool recipe you can do. So you take bananas, you peel bananas, cut them into like chunks, bite size, you roll them in the hemp seeds, and then you put them in a glass container in your freezer. And they're super good snacks. You get some protein, fat, and fruit, healthy carbs, healthy glucose, okay? So again, hemp seeds, or you can buy hemp protein, but this is like, you know, you can use this to it and like sprinkle on your salad versus if you just had a protein powder, you probably want to be sprinkling your protein powder on your salad, but this is like double purpose, so it's more bang for your dollar, okay? And then let me show you the other wraps, and then I think that's 11. How you doing, babe? Here we go. Okay, so these are paleo, you know, grain-free, you guys. So they're made from, I think these are the almond, no, coconut, cassava. Okay, cassava flour. It's really big right now. It's a root, so it's made from like a root. I have the flour in my pantry if I randomly hardly ever bake something like a cookie, but I have it. And that's what this is. So cassava and coconut. They also have almond. There's 8 in a package. They're a little more pricey. They're usually like $7, $8, or $9. But if you think about it, it's like $1 a wrap. Hi. And, you know, compare it to like eating out or the health of your gut. A little green baby's calling out for me. That means it's about time to wrap up. So this is cassava flour, water, coconut flour, coconut oil, apple cider vinegar, sea salt, and xanthan gum. So it does have a binder, but really popular. Remember this brand, Siete. They also make chips, and you will be addicted. Hold on, I'm gonna get them out. Honey, you are a baby food monster. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Okay, I don't know if I can let him run around my house like this. Hi. Look at him. He's got green hands. This is my green giant. You have it. How often? How do I use it? Honestly, Revital, I've only used it in this. I've only used it in this cookie recipe, which is on my Instagram, and there's 5 ingredients, and there's no eggs. So check that out. But that's what I've used it for so far. I'm just gonna let him run. So I need to go because he's really dirty and I'm afraid he's gonna touch my couch. But yeah. Hi, baby. Here. Just one more second, babe. So you guys, stay tuned. I have a plant-based cooking course coming out. Yeah, he wants to be. Do you want to be on the camera? Okay. Good thing that we haven't showered. Oh my God. I think you're gonna have to take a bath. But stay tuned. My plant-based cooking course is called Food Rebel Eats. So everything that I cook is plant-based. It will have no ingredient that's harmful to your body. I have a no list. I describe everything, what those ingredients do in your body, how they contribute to all disease, all inflammation, all things that make you feel unwell. If you cut those out, your body will get better. Your body will respond, and it'll start to run off of the foods that you put in, because that's how it works. So all of my recipes are gluten-free, sugar-free. It doesn't mean that there's no like alternatives, like coconut sugar or whatever, but they're high vegetable, high fruit, healthy proteins, everything's well sourced, and I'm gonna teach you how to cook, and I'm gonna teach you how to find every ingredient you need to make it easy, to make it fast, and so you can give it to your babies and they're healthy, and yourself, and make your life easier and just feel better, and know that you're doing the right things for your health and your body. So I'll put the link in as soon as I get it, but message me ahead of time if you want to know more. It's going to be digital, online, and then videos, okay? All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.